Hey, how's it going, my friends? Today I wanted to talk to you about an amazing plugin that I found from a guy named Nandy. It's called Visual Browser 3. Now, who's it for? It's for somebody like me who hoarded a lot of plugins over the years, hasn't really gone into use most of them, and now would be curious to see what they look like, or actually what they look like has inspired me to actually open them up. So Visual Browser 3 is really cool because it's a whole plugin that integrates with Ableton, and you can load from Visual Browser 3. And the cool thing is that once it scans all your plugins, it creates these pictures. Anyway, let's check it out, and I'm going to talk to you about why I love this so much. Let's go. All right, so check this out. This is Visual Browser 3. It's by a guy named Nandy. He's made a lot of cool plugins. Go check him out. Actually, I got to go check him out too. But this is the first one I ever bought from him. Elizabeth Homeland, I guess, is the company. If you go into the website, you'll see a cool video that he put together, and how to use it, how to install it. I'm going to tell you right now, for me, installing this was not easy. It was not easy. Why was it not easy for me? Well, because, I have a lot of plugins, and I had a lot of plugins. Oh my God, look it. I have a lot of plugins, and I had a lot of plugins that I hadn't fully set up yet. So as you can see, look at my Pro R. I know I have a license for Pro R. I haven't used Pro R2 in who knows how long. So these, I must have updated them from FabFilter. I must have updated them. And I never went in and put the serial numbers. That's what happened. So if it wasn't for Visual Browser 3 and how it takes a picture of the plugin, I would never know this. So thanks to, I'm creating a folder here with my stuff, but thanks to Visual Browser 3, I could now see this like this. Look, tell me this isn't freaking cool. Is this cool or what? Look at that. Oh, that looks so beautiful. It's like I have all my plugins in like real analog. It's like a dream, I can see everything that I have. Look, here's all my plugin Alliance stuff. And oh, this one I gotta rescan it when I open up Ableton again. I'll rescan it, and then it looks like this, but it's exactly like this. It's gonna look like that. But check it out. Like, look at this. This is gorgeous, man. This makes you want to use the stuff that you bought probably years ago and never used. Look at, here's all my X for record stuff. XLM audio. Here's all my Vengeance. Look at that. Oh my God, I haven't used my Vengeance stuff in so long. Like, this is so cool. But okay, so you can go by developer, Matthew Lane, right? Lexicon, all my Lexicon stuff. You can go by developer. You can go by device. On here, you can create like subcategories and extra categories. Like, you see how I created my stuff? So in here, I'm going to put what I use most of the time. It automatically does all the Ableton stuff for you. It does all the Max for Live stuff for you. But here's all the instruments from Ableton. How many of you have bought Ableton and haven't even gone through all the instruments that it has? You probably never seen them before. I've never seen them before. Look at that. There's tension, electric, bass, poly, collision, granulator 3, vector FM operator. Like, they're all there in visual form. Like, I can actually see them, and I just double click them, and it'll load on whatever track that I have highlighted. Look at that drum rack. So here's your devices, right? You got hardware control. I mean, this is so freaking cool. Look, Ableton, all the Ableton. Look at this. This is incredible. This is incredible. Nandy, you're a genius, my friend. You're a genius. Look at this. All the Ableton stuff that comes with Ableton, it's all there for you. Just Look at it. It makes you want to go and use it. Unbelievable, this guy, what he did. So you can go by there. You can go by effects. So all your EQs. Look at that. I haven't used my BBE EQs in so long. Anyway, guys, I don't know what camera to look at, but guys, this plugin or this addition to your DAW, it's a must-have for people who have a lot of plugins, who probably haven't loaded them in a long time, and who would just like to see what they got. And you know what? Thanks to Nandy's Visual Browser 3, I fixed so many serial number issues that I had in plugins, and now I started to use them. And I am so grateful. Now, the install is fairly straightforward. It's in the instructions. It's not difficult at all. I'm not going to go through it because you can read it yourself. I'm sure Nandy probably put a video on there for you to see. But okay, so the install is fairly easy. The only thing that might rub some people the wrong way is that you got to give the application access to your camera, because it does this thing called scraping, where once it starts scraping while Ableton is open, it loads each plugin and then it takes a screenshot or a picture. I don't know how it does it. It's freaking amazing, you know. So yeah, that's the thing that you have to give authorization to transmit from the internet back and forth for updates. He says that, it's only used for updates, and the camera, it's only being used for this scraping thing. And I think you can turn it off after you're done scraping. I'm going to leave it on. This computer is my studio computer. Usually I have the camera covered anyway, and it's not like I'm doing any illicit activities 24/7, Oh my God, look at how these plugins look though. Look at that. Look at all my Arturia. Look at my Arturia stuff. Look at how freaking dope that looks. Oh my God, that makes you want to use this stuff for crying out loud, man. Oh my God, this is so freaking awesome, man. Look at how beautiful it looks, like a bag of Skittles, all my UJam stuff. Anyway, if you want to see what you have, and when I mean like see what you have for plugins, get Visual Browser 3, sign up, make an account. Nandy, I think like in a couple hours, sends you a 15% off. It's worth it. It's a little, man, if I would have recorded the process that it took to install and to make everything be all beautiful like the way you're seeing on here. It took me a while though, because I'm a knucklehead, because I have too many plugins and I hadn't finished registering some and putting the serial number. So naturally, when Visual Browser 3 scanned some of the stuff, it was asking for serial numbers, and it took the scraping, it took the photo of it with that little box to put the serial number. I wasn't gonna have it like that, so I had to go in and fix it. But thanks to Visual Browser 3, I'm getting all this organized, and I'm gonna, just make it all perfect and beautiful. Now, I will say this though, because I'm sure in due time, this is Visual Browser 3. I'm sure in due time it's gonna get better. I believe. It could be a little laggy to load the plugins, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm not really what it does and how I can organize. This is cool. I can wait for a plugin to load. I love skimming through this, like you're seeing right now, and looking at what I have, and then double clicking on something. If it takes a little bit of a minute, not a minute, but if it takes a little bit longer than usual, than being in the browser of Ableton, that's fine with me, because I have a lot of stuff that I bought for a reason, and I just kind of forgot. I forgot about it. Shame on me, really, shame on me. So again, guys, don't expect it to be like, it's like maybe one day, you have this thing. It's almost like Analog 4, or what is it? Yeah, Analog 4 by Arturia, where you have all your Arturia stuff in one. It almost looks like you have a whole room kind of full of all your gear. But it's really dope. It takes a little time. It hasn't crashed on me. It's been very efficient, but it takes a little time to load stuff. I don't know, maybe because I just have too much. And but again, this has been a blessing. Thank you, Nandi, and thank you everyone over at the Homeland Security at Elizabeth Homeland. Nandi, thank you, brother, for making this plugin, because it's been a lifesaver and just a refreshing take on all my plugins that I have. So, yeah, pick it up, guys. This is beautiful. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.